We're live, everybody. Hello, my name is Chris, and this is We Love Comics. Happy day before Thanksgiving. Hopefully, you guys are ready to have some fun times with your family, and hopefully, your family will come because this has been a very divisive year. And I hope that you will make a rule in your family that if anybody wants to come to your gathering, that no politics will be discussed. This way, everybody can remember that we're all human beings, we're all family, we're all love one another, and we can actually talk about family related things and how we miss each other and how much we love that we can gather around and give thanks for the things that we have, even if we don't have everything. So hopefully, people will just enjoy the day, whether you're with all of your family or with none of your family. My Thanksgiving will be me and my wife, and that's good enough. Everybody else lives out of state, and I hope they all have a wonderful day. And the same with you. I'm not sure if I'm doing a video tomorrow. I may, because like I said, I don't have any family anywhere near where I live, so it's going to be just me and my wife. So I may do a video tomorrow, so check out just in case. I'll do a quick unboxing or something. But today I want to show the 4 comics that I'm sending to PGX. I have a deal with PGX where I send in, and I'm allowed to send in 4 books every month. I've been doing it for over 7 years, going on 8 years, and I think either January or February, it'll be 8 years that I've been doing this, where I send in 4 comics to get graded, pressed and dry cleaned, which they have in-house pressings and dry cleanings, signature verification if need be. They have in-house signature verification, adding graders notes to the back of the slabs, which was my idea that Daniel Patterson, the owner of PGX, was actually nice enough to listen and actually allow that as an option for $5 per slab if you want to add them. And I pay $50 to get them all graded for all of those things included. It used to be for free, but as you could see, my channel doesn't get the views it once did. So I'm surprised they're even doing it at all, but I am incredibly grateful. And the people that support me on Patreon, the few that I have left, which I'm very grateful for, are helping me continue to be able to do this. I won't be doing an EGS submission this month because, to be perfectly honest, with the holidays and everything, I just don't have the funds to be able to ship them out. And a couple of people, unfortunately, with their payment plans, with this time of year, they're delaying their payments. So that means the money I was counting on is not going to be arriving. So I do what I can, and I'm sure you do what you can. So, no worries. Life sometimes gets in the way, and I'm totally, completely understandable about that stuff. But the reality is, nothing against EGS at all. Like I said, don't have the funds to be able to mail in those because I lost a couple of Patreon members, and that extra amount would have allowed me to do that. And I have to worry about my cats more than my grading. So it is what it is. But anyway, if you've never tried PGX before, if you'd like to give them a try, and it's up to you, I'm not here to tell you who to get your books graded with. Everybody has their own opinions. You could listen to whoever you want. But if you do want to use them, if you send 10 or more books into PGX and use the code We Love Comics Free Press, you can get one of your comics pressed for free. I always recommend mentioning which book you'd prefer to be pressed, unless you don't care. Otherwise, they'll just randomly pick one. So the link for that, well, the code is in the description of this video. You can check it out, but it's We Love Comics Free Press. Also, if you want to order one of my mystery boxes, I put the link in the live chat. It's also, again, in the description. You can get anywhere from each package has 20 comics in it, anywhere from a $25 basic package up to a $5,000 platinum package and everything in between. If you order on my website, as soon as you click on it, you'll see like pyramids and things like that. You're in the right place. That's my website. Just scroll all the way down to the bottom until you see the comic book section. If you order any of the packages, it doesn't matter. It could be the cheapest one or it could be the most expensive one. If you mention by emailing me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com that you placed an order, I will throw in an extra comic for free. So that is until the end of this month. So far, no one's taken advantage of it, but hey, you never know. It's available if anybody wants to try. I give very good comics, at least in my opinion, and the people that buy from me say it all the time. They're very happy with their purchases. So if you do a live unboxing video, let me know. I'll put the link on my most recent video. I'll subscribe to you if I'm not subscribed. And if you want to see previous people that have purchased from me from my mystery boxes, just type in the search engine on YouTube, We Love Comics Mystery Box, and you'll see. And again, people that order from me are very happy about it, so hopefully you'll give it a shot. If you want to critique my AI art, please do. Let's give a shout out to the Patreon members who are kind enough to still be there in support. If you join my Patreon at patreon.com/we love comics, you will get your name up on this board and mentioned as a shout out every single video. When Patreon members are included, it shows their first and last name. I'll never give out somebody's complete last name. I'll never put out their personal information. So I'll either do your first name and maybe last initial, for example, or if you'd rather me promote your YouTube channel name or your eBay auction store or social network, just let me know at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com and I can do that for you, no problem. So shout out to Sith, Michael B, James R, Dan L, Herbert R, Annabelle N, Jason B, and the last two both have Instagram. So check out Scott at Scott WU7077. So that's Scott WU077. And last but not least, Silver Age Surfer _comics. Again, both are on Instagram, so go follow them. Tell them We Love Comics sent you because they do appreciate that, and it's a nice thing to do if you can. So if I can ever get to 20, we'll see what happens. If I get to 20 paid members, I am going to do some giveaways. Every month I have 20 or more. The more people that join, the better the giveaways will be. So if you'd like to participate, again, patreon.com/we love comics. There is no minimum amount other than the minimum to join anybody's Patreon, which is $2 a month to enter the contest once there's 20 paid members. But you'll get one entry for every $2 you put in. So the more you put in, the more chances you'll get. Once again, we get to 20 paid members. And again, remember the proceeds that you guys is helping me with go towards two things. One, the comics, and two, helping feed and take care of the stray cats that I take care of. That's really the priority. I'm not buying, going on vacations with any of the contributions. I'm not buying myself Rolex watches or taking advantage. I'm putting it towards comics, and the majority of it goes towards helping stray animals. So if you think that's a good cause, you can join Patreon at patreon.com/we love comics. I've mentioned about the trades. If anybody wants to do a trade, has any of these books, contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. But let's get this going. I don't want to keep you here too long. So I got my 4 comics I'm going to be sending out. This is a series. I have the complete set 0 through 13. So if you've been watching these for a while, you'll pretty much know what these are at this point. Books I highly recommend getting, especially with Avengers vs. X-Men is going to be coming to the MCU. So you'd be crazy not to buy these, especially if you can find the variants of these. Some of them are half black and white. Some are completely black and white. Those are the rarer ones. But I mean, you can still get these for decent prices because I bought the whole set and it averaged out to $16.07 a piece. Now you could see there's some scribble on there. Each book has between either 5 or 6 signatures on each of them. The majority of them have 5 signatures, but like 1 or 2 have 6 signatures on them. So this is a series that's actually been doing really well. So far, I believe every one of them has come back a 9.8. So hopefully we'll keep that trend, but I don't want to assume because you never know. This one could have a bend on page 13. Who knows? But this, of course, is Avengers vs. X-Men issue number 4. Again, I paid $16.07 per comic for the series. It is signed by Jimmy Chung, Jason Aaron, Matt Fraction, Laura Martin, and Jonathan Hickman. So PGX having the signature verification definitely going to come in handy with this one. Like I say with all of them, I'm saying it's about between a 9.4 and a 9.8 with white pages, but we'll see when it returns in about 2 months. Might be a little bit more because this, holiday seasons take a little bit more, but hey, I am a patient man. If you saw my recent videos, and I hopefully you do, I got this one just earlier this week, but I did a video about it. This, of course, is Ghost Rider #1. Deals are always out there, ladies and gentlemen. I keep telling people, this I paid only $128.01. It's the first Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider solo series, and his own title. and also the cameo appearance of Damien Hellstorm. So this is actually a pretty significant book. It's not the first appearance because that's Marvel Spotlight #5, but still has some value. This is a mid-grade book, in my opinion. It does have some color breaks, but of course, with a mid-grade book, that's to be expected. But I'm predicting between a 4.5 and a 5.5 for this book. Definitely, even if it comes back a 4.0, I'll still be happy. You guys know me. I don't care about the grade as long as it's accurate. This one's an easy, no-brainer one. I know exactly what the grade is going to be. This, of course, is Amazing Spider-Man Annual #1, first appearance of the Sinister Six. Even though this is a 0.5, because it has no back cover, so it's automatically a 0.5. I only paid $114.96 for this book. If you think that's a lot, go look up what a zero point 0.5 is selling for and is sold for. They sell for, on average, over $300. So to get this book, and like I said on the other video, because I got these from the same person, I got these last week. So it's not like I bought them 10 years ago and got a good deal. I got them this year. Now, there were rumors for a while the Sinister Six was going to be in the Sonyverse, but thank goodness that didn't happen because they would have ruined it. But even still, you don't need a movie to have this kind of significant book to have value. And that's why, like I said, even at a 0.5, you're going to spend about $300 for this book unless you wait and find deals. And that's why I tell people all the time, make sure you do your research. Make sure you know what you're doing. If you're doing it for investment or speculation and you don't know what you're doing, don't be surprised you're going to fail more times than you'll win. But it's like blackjack. If you don't know how to play, every now and then you're going to win doing the wrong thing. But the average means you'll lose more than you'll win. So don't base it on, well, I win once in a while. Do you win more often? If the people that watch my videos know that I can probably 90% of the time when I'm buying key issue, Bronze, Silver Age, even some modern books, but I'm talking about books from almost, well, 30 years ago, like Batman Adventure 12, which is kind of sad that a modern book goes back over 30 years. But there are always deals out there. But if you think $114 for a zero point 0.5 of this book is too much, then you need to continue to do your research. And that's why most people would miss out on these opportunities, because I know the value of these books, even in low grade. And I knew getting this for basically $115 is not a steal, but it's incredibly discounted. That's like a 30% discount off of what you would buy if you went on eBay right now. So they're out there. You just got to find them. But this is absolutely a 0.5, cream to off-white pages, but we'll see what's happening. Now, if you saw my top 30 video, and hopefully you'll check it out, and then after that, I did a top 40 books that didn't make my top 30. I actually might do another top 30 or top 40 that didn't make the top 40 that didn't make the top 30, if you can understand where that's coming. So we'll see if I do that, because people seem to like it. But this was a book I bought originally, already graded by CGC. And I noticed when I was doing the top video that this book has a big dent on the bottom that does not break color. And there's one or two bends that again don't break color, and the back of this book could be improved with the dry cleaning. So for me, this is a no-brainer to get this cracked open, because if I can get it a whole full grade up, that's a big amount of money involved, even though some people say you're crazy to go from CGC to PGX. All I will say to anybody that says I'm crazy to go from CGC to PGX has basically not understood what CGC has been doing to their customers for years now. And for some reason, and well, we know the reason why they're giving them passes. But if I can improve this, why wouldn't I? Amazing Spider-Man #129. I bought this already graded at an 8.0 back around 2017. I only paid $547.95 for this book. Don't think you'll see it, but there is a dent. Yeah, actually, you can see it. There's a dent in the corner there that does not break color. A pressing will absolutely help that book. The corners are perfect, but you can see also here there is a lot, not a lot, but there's a mild amount of dirt all the way up and down the back of the book along the spine. Now, dry cleanings are not going to get this all out, but if it can get it to the point where it makes it look better, I think this is worth taking the chance on. And many people throughout the years of my purchases and my decisions have said I was crazy, but I always end up benefiting in the end. So even if this came back still an 8.0, I'm still going to be happy I took the chance because now I know. The worst regrets in life is not trying to do something and wondering what if. That's not the type of person I am. That may be you, and that's fine. You do you. But I don't live, I choose to not live in fear or worry. I'm taking the chance. If it comes back in 8.0, it is what it is, as long as that's what the grade really is. But I really think because of especially that major dent there that has non-color break increases, that's probably going to bring it to an 8.5. If the dry cleaning can get all this stuff, this could end up a 9.0 because look at the colors of this book. There are no rips, there are no tears, there's no coupons cut out. So why not take the chance? Because even at a PGX, if this goes from an 8.0 to a 9.0 at the pressing and dry cleaning, I'm going to make a decent amount. But again, I paid $547 for this book. So even if it still came back in 8.0, and even if I end up ultimately when I sell it for less, I'm still going to do a good amount of money. Go look up what an 8.0 is going for these days. And as of now, remember, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to be in the Daredevil TV show. I hope they use him in a movie. Just imagine if he ends up in a Spider-Man movie. This, and again, books like this don't need movies to maintain value or keep its value or have value. They just help it a little bit. So to me, it's a no-brainer. I know many people wouldn't do it, but I don't base things on what other people do. I base it on what I do. And you'll never be wrong if you trust your instincts. So those are the 4 books. I'd love to hear your opinion. Pina says, I won a Mark Jewelers Amazing Spider-Man 238 for $290. Congratulations. What grade? Very importantly, does it have the tattoos? Is it a graded 238? So if you get the chance, let me know. Pina says, I want to thank you for your tips on winning auctions on eBay. I won an amazing auction yesterday, and that's what he just told me. So Apex Comics is also here. Let's give a shout out. So Pino and Apex Comics are here. Both of you are going to be today's surprise subscriber shout outs. Makes it a lot easier when I only have 2 people that are commenting. Okay, so it's raw. What do you think the grade would most likely be? And does it have the tattoos? Because if it has the tattoos, even in lower grade, you got a really good deal for that for $290. Congratulations on that. I've been telling people for a while, that is a hard book to get. Does have the tattoos. Make sure when you get it, open it up and make sure they're there. Because I've told this story before. I don't know if you've heard it, but back when I was living in New York, I bought a Hulk 180 and they showed pictures of the Marvel value stamp in the auction. And when I got it, I always double check. And it ended up the Marvel value stamp was cut out. So that person put a deceitful, basically a lying auction saying that they was there in hopes that somebody wouldn't check. So make sure you check. So he's saying thinking about a 7. Let's put it this way. Go look up what a 7.5 of that book graded is selling for. Selling for around $1,300 to $1,500. So congratulations on that steal, because that's a steal. And that's without him being in a movie or anything. It's just because of the fact that a lot of those books had the tattoos removed. So you're talking, it's a newsstand. It's a Mark Jewelers variant of the newsstand. And it also has the tattoos. It's a rare book. That's why I used to own 4 of them. But one of them I sold in my auction 5 months ago. They're still paying it off. But I still own 3. And anytime I see a deal, I buy them. So let's put it this way. If I would have saw that deal for $290, I would have bought it like that. So congratulations on that, and I'm glad my advice helps you. So that's really amazing. So make sure you let me know when you get it. And if you do an unboxing video, please put the link in my in my comment section in my latest video at that time. So congratulations on that. Hopefully the person um delivers what they say they are, but keep me posted. But congratulations, that's a great win. All right, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. If you guys want to hit the um Chetan says, are Mark Jewelers newsstands? Yes. They have to be newsstands because anything that's not a newsstand was sold in a comic book store. Mark Jewelers variants were sold in military bases and stores around the military bases. So if you got a book from, like, for example, a 7-Eleven or a Walmart or any kind of convenience store, that's a newsstand. Anything else, like, for example, if you see Amazing Spider-Man 300, if on the bottom left-hand corner of the comic cover has a picture of Spider-Man's head, that's not a newsstand. If it shows a barcode, that is a newsstand. So anything that has, for example, the head of Spider-Man on Amazing Spider-Man 300 means that was purchased at a comic book store. So the Mark Jewelers are absolutely newsstands. And that's why it pays to know, because I have seen auctions that specifically say a book is a Mark Jewelers variant or a newsstand, and it doesn't have the barcode. It has just the regular image in that little area in the bottom left-hand corner. So whether, I don't know if they're lying or they just don't know, this is why it pays to have knowledge about what you're investing in. And I cannot stress enough, the more you research, the better chances of finding deals and knowing a deal when you see one. I mean, how many people have gone to garage sales and will look at something and have no idea that it could be $1,000 item, and to you it just looks like a piece of junk? My mother went and used to go to garage sales and get what was called depression glasses, and she knew exactly what to look for. What they were was specific glasses. They tended to be either red or green, but they came from the 1930s and the 1920s during the Great Depression era, and they were worth hundreds of dollars. And she would buy them at yard sales for a nickel a piece. But because people don't research, they miss out. And that's why I do not feel bad if somebody sells something and did not take a 5-minute Google search to check a value of something, and somebody who did take the research takes advantage of that situation, because it's not the buyer's fault that a seller chooses to not put in any effort of something they choose to sell on their own. So I don't feel bad. I've seen so many people in different comic book videos that say they went to a yard sale and bought like a $5,000 comic for like $10. I say that person did a great job, because the person that bought it for $10 knew they got a steal. And the person that sold it for $10 did not take 2 seconds of their time to figure out if that thing that they sold for $10 had any value. That's not on the buyer. That's the seller's responsibility. But, it is what it is. But we got High Grade Key says there's more rarer inserts, national diamond inserts. Yes, absolutely there are, but the problem is the community, for the large part, doesn't know much about them. So until people get it more mainstream, they're not going to be buying them. Because I look up national diamond inserts, which is another advertisement. That's all these are. Mark Jewelers and national diamond inserts are nothing more than, in the centerfold, an advertisement for jewelry stores. Mark Jewelers just happen to be more popular. That's why they're gaining more value. Um, I'd like to hope me recommending them and many others recommending them help to increase the desire, because if they are in fact rare, and you're correct 100% that national diamond inserts are even rarer, but the problem is most people don't know about them. So national diamond inserts is just another company. So you'll see, if you open up a book, it's like the mid 70s to the mid 90s, they had these things going on. And if you see a newsstand variant barcode, there's a potential chance it could be a Mark Jewelers, but the way to find out is you open up the book and look at the centerfold. Now, if it's a Mark Jewelers, it'll say Mark Jewelers, because that's the name of the business, Mark Jewelry. It's Mark Jewelers. They sell jewelry. and they sold it on military bases. If you see it and it says National Diamond, that's the name of that company. So that's how you're able to tell. So again, the more you research, the more knowledgeable you are, the more you can end up finding out, oh, well, I just sold a book that I thought was just a newsstand for $100 and find out that it's actually a Mark Jewelers and it's worth $500. You know, or if you're a buyer and you don't understand what you're missing out on, somebody like me is going to take advantage of that and buy it up really quick because I'll know a deal and I'll know it quickly. Because if you want to make deals, you got to know how to pounce. You got to be quick. Because if you're somebody that's not aware of the value of a book and you see a newly listed book, by the time you go, if you and I are seeing that book at the same time, by the time you're going to look that book up and try and find out its value, will have already purchased it. So by the time you get back and say, oh, wow, that is a steal, let me buy it, you'll go to buy it and it says it's already been sold. More knowledge, the better. So Jason is here also. He says, hi, Chris, and everybody, happy pre-Thanksgiving. Same to you. So I'm going to do, as a spirit of Thanksgiving, all of you in the live chat right now, you are all my surprise subscriber shout outs. So when the video uploads, if you want to leave a link to your YouTube channel or to your social network or to something like your eBay store, for example, I'll let you choose which link you want to do. Just put it in the comments section. Keep in mind that all links automatically go to spam because I have to verify them, make sure they are kid friendly. So as long as your videos or your links are somewhere that is for all ages, I have no problem sharing it and helping the community. So if you see a comment in the comment section that has a link, it means I did verify it and it won't take you anywhere inappropriate. I've had some people recently try and put some like Bitcoin alternative thing. I've now squashed that. It's very easy to squash people like that. So they'll get 2 or 3 posts in and then it no longer happens anymore because I don't want people clicking on links that take them to places where somebody could take advantage of them or steal their money or steal their identity. I think that's just sad. A person can come along and say they'd offer to pay me $1 million to post a link like that. I'd tell them where they could put their link because to me it's more about integrity. Chin says, well, last question, does CGC recognize national diamond inserts? I would assume they do. The best way to find out is type in National Diamond Insert and put CGC and then just look either for sale or sold. The problem is, again, there's so few of them and not many people know about them that you're not going to see many. Like, for example, I have it where eBay will notify me anytime somebody puts up a Mark Jeweler or a National Diamond. There have been 2 of the same National Diamond books just listed now for over a week. And it took like 2 weeks before those even got there. So they are harder to come by. And, not every National Diamond insert has value. Remember, it's got to be a key book. If it's like Raggedy Ann and Andy number 15, if there is such a thing, that's a National Diamond insert. I mean, unless it's a 9.8, you're not going to get any value from it. And the same thing with Mark Jewelers. Just because something is a Mark Jewelers does not make it valuable. Also, grade is mega important. The higher the grade, the more valuable it's going to be because they're just a rare book. I mean, a newsstand variant of a book averages about 7% of a print run. A newsstand variant that is also Mark Jewelers is about a 5% of a total print run. And when you're talking high grade versions, you're talking less than 1%. So, and by high grade, I'm talking about 8.0 and up. Now, when you're talking 9.6 or 9.8, that's why, for example, New Mutants 98 had a 9.8 regular version of that book, probably sell for about 1,200, 1,300. If you have a 9.8 New Mutants 98 newsstand, you'll probably sell it for 3,000, 4,000. If you have a New Mutants 98 9.8 Mark Jewelers variant, you'll sell it for 10,000 to 12,000. So it pays to know these things. And if people don't realize it, a fool and their money are soon parted. So I cannot stress that enough. So anyway, I'm rambling at this point. Like I said, I might do a video tomorrow. I'm not sure. Join my Patreon and help support my channel and the cats that I take care of, stray cats. by going to patreon.com/we love comics. You get your name up every single time. Trying to do some trades, but also remember, once I get to 20 paid members, I'll do a giveaway. Waiting for 20 paid members to get that happening. You'll get one entry for every $2 you put in. And speaking of the trades, if you have any of these books or know anybody that has one of these books, contact me, peacefulfeelings at yahoo.com, and let's get that going. So thank you to the people that were kind enough to come into the live chat. Hopefully, any of you watching this later on, if you take the time to leave a comment, it would be greatly appreciated. Give PGX a try. And again, if you want to use the code We Love Comics Graders Note, We Love Comics Free Press, you can get one of your books pressed for free if you send 10 or more books in for the first time. And if you want to add the graders notes, where they could put the graders notes directly on the back of the slab for $5 per book, use the code We Love Comics Graders Notes. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. And do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, it is not you. It is not I. It is We Love Comics. Have a great day. Have a happy Thanksgiving. If I don't make a video tomorrow,